Lower blood sugar. While sitting with this simple push-up, you're at your desk, the hours are ticking by, and there's that nagging concern in the back of your mind about your health, specifically your blood sugar. You try to eat well, maybe you even crushed a workout this morning, but you can't shake the feeling that sitting for 8, 9, or even 10 hours a day is undoing all your hard work. It feels like a losing battle. But what if I told you that you could actively manage your blood sugar without ever leaving your chair? What if there was a simple movement, a kind of push-up for your feet, that could tap into one of your body's most powerful metabolic secrets? If you spend hours sitting every day, you know the struggle of keeping your blood sugar in check. But what if a simple movement you can do right now at your desk could improve your blood sugar control by over 50%? A fascinating new study has uncovered a simple push-up for your lower leg that activates a very special muscle, helping you lower your glucose levels for hours. This isn't about hitting the gym harder. This is about working smarter by using a part of your own physiology that researchers are just now beginning to understand. Stay with me, because I'm going to show you not only why this works, but exactly how to do it, so you can start taking control of your metabolic health right from your seat. Let's be honest, our world is built for sitting. We sit to work, to drive, to unwind. The average person can spend up to 10 hours a day sitting, and all this inactivity is creating a silent health crisis. When we're sedentary, our body's engine cools down and goes into low power mode. Think of your muscles as the biggest customers for the sugar in your blood. When you eat, that sugar, glucose, enters your bloodstream like packages flooding a delivery system. Your pancreas then sends out insulin, which acts like a doorman, opening the door to your muscle cells to accept these packages. But when you're sitting for hours, it's like your muscles have put up a closed for business sign. The doorman is there, but the doors are locked. The glucose packages have nowhere to go, so they just circle around in your bloodstream, creating a massive traffic jam of high blood sugar. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, prediabetes, and type 2 diabetes. It's a frustrating cycle. You know you should move more, but your job demands that you sit. That morning run is fantastic, but research has shown that one block of exercise can't always cancel out the negative effects of being sedentary the other 23 hours of the day. It's what experts call being an active couch potato. This is where the frustration really kicks in. You feel trapped. You're doing your best, but the structure of your day seems to be working against you. This feeling of being metabolically stuck is what makes the discovery we're about to talk about so revolutionary. It's a tool designed specifically for the world we live in right now. So, what is this hidden powerhouse? It's a muscle deep in your calf called the soleus, and for your metabolism, it's a potential game changer. The soleus only makes up about 1% of your body weight, but it's a physiological marvel. Among the 600+ muscles in your body, the soleus is unique. It's a slow-twitch postural muscle, built for endurance. Its main job is to work tirelessly in the background, keeping you from falling over when you're standing. It's not built for explosive power like the more famous gastrocnemius muscle, the one you see when someone does a standing calf raise. Here's its superpower. Most of your muscles run on stored fuel called glycogen. Think of it like a rechargeable battery pack inside the muscle itself. When you go for a run, your muscles drain their own little batteries. That's why they get tired. The soleus is different. It doesn't rely on a local battery. Instead, it's plugged directly into the main power grid, your bloodstream. When activated in a specific way, it pulls fuel directly from your blood, glucose and fats called lipids. This is why you can work it for hours without it getting tired. It's constantly sipping fuel from your blood, which is exactly what you want to lower blood sugar. This isn't just a theory. It's backed by some incredible emerging science. Professor Mark Hamilton and his team at the University of Houston conducted the landmark research on this. In their study, published in the journal iScience, they had people perform what they call the Soleus push-up, or SPU, while sitting. The results were astonishing. After participants had a glucose drink, doing the Soleus push-up led to a 52% improvement in blood sugar excursion. Think of that post-meal sugar spike like a giant wave. The study found that doing this exercise cut the size of that wave by more than half. On top of that, their bodies needed 60% less insulin to do the job. Professor Hamilton noted that they weren't aware of any drug that comes close to raising metabolism to this degree. The Soleus was acting like a metabolic sponge, soaking up excess sugar and fat from the blood for hours. A follow-up pilot study on people with prediabetes also found promising results, noting an approximate 32% reduction in post-meal glucose spikes. This is powerful, evidence-based information that could help so many people who feel stuck in a sedentary cycle. If you're finding this valuable, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure you don't miss out on more simple, science-backed strategies like this one. Now, let's get to the most important part, how to actually do it. Alright, you get the why. Now for the how. Don't worry, even though it's called a push-up, there's no floor work involved. You do it right from your chair. Getting the form right is crucial because you want to activate the soleus, not the bigger calf muscle. Here's the exact method. First, get set up. Sit comfortably in a chair, with your feet flat on the floor and your knees bent at about a 90-degree angle. Let your thigh muscles completely relax. This isn't a leg workout, it's a very specific, isolated movement. Now, for the push-up itself. Keeping the front of your foot, the ball and your toes, on the floor. Simply lift your heels up as high as they can comfortably go. You should feel a contraction deep in your lower calf. That's your soleus waking up. Hold for a second at the top, and then let your heels passively drop back to the floor. The key here is passively. Don't push them down. Just let them fall gently, then repeat. The rhythm should be a smooth, continuous pump, not fast or jerky. Imagine you're gently tapping a pedal that has very little resistance. It's a fluid, steady motion. If it helps, start with one leg at a time to get the feel for it, then do both together. A common mistake is pushing down with the front of the foot so hard that it engages your thigh muscles. Remember, your upper legs should be totally relaxed. Another mistake is doing this like a standing calf raise, which hits the wrong muscle. The seated, bent knee position is what isolates the soleus. You should feel it working in the lower, deeper part of your calf, but you shouldn't feel a major burn or get tired, even after a few minutes. If you do, you're probably going too fast or pushing too hard. Just ease up and focus on that smooth, controlled movement. So, how do you fit this into your day? This is the beauty of the Soleus push-up. It's designed for integration, not disruption. The goal is to break up long stretches of sitting. Stuck in a long Zoom meeting? Start doing Soleus push-ups under your desk. Binge watching a show? That's a perfect time to get your soleus working. The period right after a meal is especially powerful for blunting that glucose spike, so try doing 15 to 30 minutes of gentle push-ups after lunch. Because the soleus uses blood glucose and fats for fuel instead of stored glycogen, it's incredibly resistant to fatigue. You won't get sore and you won't feel out of breath. It's something you can do for long periods without even thinking about it. For years, we've been told that the only answer to a sedentary life is intense, sweat-inducing exercise. The emerging science behind the Soleus push-up offers a new perspective. It shows we have a built-in, low-effort metabolic engine we can switch on anytime, anywhere. This simple, seated movement puts a measure of control back in your hands. On your busiest days, you now have a way to actively support your body's metabolism. You're no longer just a passive victim of your office chair. You have a secret weapon hiding in your own body just waiting to be used. This is the kind of information that can genuinely improve someone's daily life. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and, more importantly, share it with a friend, a family member, or a coworker who you know is stuck at a desk all day. Let them in on the secret. And for more simple, science-backed health strategies to help you thrive in the modern world, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Thanks for watching, and here's to your health. This is the kind of information that can genuinely improve someone's daily life. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and, more importantly, share it with a friend, a family member, or a coworker who you know is stuck at a desk all day. Let them in on the secret. And for more simple, science-backed health strategies to help you thrive in the modern world, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Thanks for watching, and here's to your health. Hold for a second at the top, and then let your heels passively drop back to the floor. The key here is passively. Don't push them down, just let them fall gently, then repeat. The rhythm should be a smooth, continuous pump, not fast or jerky. Imagine you're gently tapping a pedal that has very little resistance. It's a fluid, steady motion. If it helps, start with one leg at a time to get the feel for it, then do both together. First, get set up. Sit comfortably in a chair, with your feet flat on the floor and your knees bent at about a 90-degree angle. Let your thigh muscles completely relax. This isn't a leg workout. It's a very specific, isolated movement. Lower blood sugar. While sitting with this simple push-up,